Ladies, if you've been struggling to lose weight, exercising more and eating less is not the solution. Today, I'm going to show you how my client was able to lose over 20 pounds in less than 90 days without restrictive dieting. This is a joint live that we did on Instagram, so buckle up, grab your pen and paper, and take a lot of notes. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to lose your next 20 to 30 pounds without restrictive dieting, without spending endless time in the gym. Despite the changes that are going on with your hormones, get ready to see consistent results. My name is Dr. Salako, and I've helped thousands of women lose weight and fall in love with their bodies. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another video. Let's jump right in.
There we go. Oh, now I need to adjust me. What's up?
Good morning.
Good morning. We figured it out. We figured it out. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well. I need to adjust. I thought this thing was gonna be no, I feel like standing. All right, so kind of preface this. I'll give you kind of a rundown. We talked about this before, but give everyone else a rundown. So this is Danielle. She's one of my clients currently. She is crushing it. She's really been fun to work with because she makes my job easy. All she has to do is show up. I give her the plan. She makes it happen. The results are coming along. So Danielle, what we're going to do today, really just, I want you to talk about your experience. We talked about the questions we'll run through, but be as transparent as you want to be transparent. If you don't feel like telling all your business, please, by all means, do not.
Okay.
I appreciate being on here. So let's start with a little intro. Tell the people who you are.
Uh, Hi, everyone. My name's Danielle. I'm 40 years old. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I have two daughters, ages 17 and 12. So my 17-year-old, she's a senior in high school. And she's in marching band, which has been pretty busy for me. I work in the accounting field. I've been doing that for about 6 years. Um, Before that, I was in the Air Force for 10 years. Um, I was in a very demanding career field. And, when you're in the military, you have to be fit to fight. So I was in shape. You had to take PT test either yearly or every 6 months, depending on the score that you got. So that's push-ups, sit-ups, and had to run a mile and a half within a certain time to pass.
Mm,
And if you didn't pass, you could get essentially kicked out if you didn't
for sure.
pass. Uh, I never had that problem. Um, I was always in shape, especially when I deployed, I would, work out just to stay in shape. Well, um, 2015, I made the decision. My youngest daughter, she was one, she was two at the time. So I deployed when she was one, and
Yeah.
I was gone for about 8 or 9 months. I made the decision to get out and spend time with my family and transition into a different career field.
Yeah.
So I went to school full time and just spent time with my
Yeah.
kids. But when doing that, I took a I didn't have to do PT tests anymore, stuff
Uh-huh.
like that. So I didn't really work out like I used to.
Yeah.
So um, things just slipped away. Years just went away, and the weight just packed on.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would go home, go to visit family for certain events. Sometimes they would say stuff about my weight, but I didn't. It just went in one year and went out the other. I didn't really, so. And sometimes sometimes that stuff kind of affected me in a way. So
Yeah.
sometimes I didn't really want to go socialize with them because every time you would go home and people would say something about your weight every time.
For sure.
Anyway, fast forward, COVID hit, and then um I was still in college, and my husband he was a police officer, but he transitioned and he went to become a border patrol agent. So he was in New Mexico while I was in Virginia,
Yeah.
working full time, going to school full time, trying to finish up my undergrad, taking care of my kids, trying to sell my house. And so I was just busy. I didn't have time to do anything. Maybe 2024, I started the beginning of this year, I told my husband, hey, I'm gonna get back in the gym. I'm just trying to, the girls are older now.
Yeah.
It's time to take care of me. So I started going to the gym, and I probably lost like about 5 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably right before I turned 40, I found out I was pregnant. I was like, what in the world? You know, me and my husband, we've been careful for the past 12 years. We were done. And
Yeah.
um so I was like upset at first, but then I was like, no, I'm just gonna, continue working out and being healthy and, just do what I can. And then I think I was about 12 weeks and I had a
Yeah.
miscarriage. And I felt some type of way because, I had two healthy pregnancies. Nothing ever happened. I was in shape, I was healthy and no complications. And I felt like my health was the reason why
Yeah.
I did that. So
Mm-hmm.
why that happened. So um it was hard for a couple months, and then I think I I had been following you for a while, and
Yeah.
then something hit me. I think like you mentioned one of your big clients that had lost like 50 pounds in 6 months or something.
Yeah.
And then and then I reached out to you and I was just like, if she can do it, I can do it. Because I was already working out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I can do that. And then when we first had the call and you said the detoxing, and you said something about 30 pounds and by January. I was like, this man is crazy. Like, how am I gonna do that?
Yeah.
But then I'm like 22 pounds down in 3 months. I was like, okay, he might be onto something.
Listen, it works when you're working. You just gotta.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
prior. If we go back a little bit, and I appreciate you being so transparent. Prior to getting started at that time, what was your biggest struggle?
Uh, with losing weight because I would I just struggled with losing weight. And when I was going back to school, have a lot of late nights. I was emotional eating, and I didn't have a lot of self-confidence.
Yeah.
I didn't like who I saw in the
Yeah.
mirror, and I hated taking pictures. So that's basically what I struggle with.
Yeah. Was that affecting other like areas of your life?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. That's one of
Hmm.
the things that we don't often pay attention to, and we blanket it as weight loss. Yeah, we want to lose weight, but we don't really look at the deeper factors of like, okay, how is this weight loss affecting all the other things? Like you said, not taking pictures or not going out to see certain family members, or just little things that we often overlook. All of this stuff starts to, like web together.
Yeah.
So, what have you tried before working with me? What are all the things that you've tried?
So I would do like tons of cardio. Like I would like do variations, do like incline walking. I would do the elliptical, the arc trainer, the bike, and that's pretty much what I would do. And obviously it wasn't working.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would cut out, like I would like I honestly I think I was under eating because I would meal prep, but I don't think I was eating enough
Yeah.
food, because I would still be burning a lot of food calories because I was still working out, but I wasn't eating enough.
Yeah.
That's I think why the weight wasn't coming
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. And it's funny because I think a lot of ladies can resonate with that exact thing. And I want you to put a one in the comment if you feel like you're doing a bunch of cardio, your workouts are super intense, and you're not losing weight. So put a one in the comment if that's you. Put a two in
Hmm.
the comment if you're probably under eating, because in your mind, if I eat less, I should be losing weight. So there's two different things. And someone asked, when did she start the program? What did
Like
you?
September
Yeah.
9th or something like that.
September, so
Hmm.
around like September. So all right, let's get into the nitty gritty of the good stuff. So tell the people, you mentioned it and we briefly went over it. So tell them we started in September. Tell them a couple of like your results and some changes that happened between the time that you started and right now.
I changed my mindset. Like I changed the way I look at food. I learned that I can still enjoy my foods, and I learned that sometimes you have to be intentional, and just there's certain foods that you have to eat um, to get the weight off. Sometimes you can still enjoy some foods, but it has to fit within your calories that you have fit out for us. And we had Thanksgiving, so I'm still ever enjoy that. But the next day I just got right back to what I um my plan. And I started doing less cardio because
Hmm.
some days I don't even hit 8,000 steps. I mean, but I'm working out. But I think what's worked for me is I'm intentional. Like I work out at least 5 days a week,
Yeah.
even when I don't feel like it. Because yesterday I wasn't really feeling it, but I showed up. I did 15 minutes, then I probably walked maybe 30 minutes, so 45 minutes total. But I think that's the key. You have to be intentional, show up no matter what, and be consistent.
Yeah. There's a to run down. Someone asked us about your results in the comments. So since September to now, we've lost 22 pounds.
Hmm.
Uh, I remember. I forget what month. It was either last month or the month prior. You said you went from a 2XL to a large.
Hmm.
That um, there was a couple of you're almost, what was it, a size 12? You're able to get back into a size 12, and I had said my goal by the end of this month, it's not gonna be snug. It's gonna be loose. So that's the goal by the end of this month.
And my husband bought me a large shirt back from from DC in
Yeah.
October, and now it's kind of loose.
Yes.
Like it was
So look at
snug on
that.
me, and I know like you can't spot train. Like some parts you'll lose some parts of your
Yeah.
body
Yeah.
more than others. But I'm like it was kind of tight when he first got it, and now like everything is baggy. Everything.
Love that. Love that. Love that. So yes, you've had some major wins over this course of time, and I want to know for you, what was the specific moment when you realized that, like, oh, this thing is actually working?
Um, for me, I think it was like I said before, being intentional, doing my workouts no matter
Yeah.
what. Trying to stick to the meal plan as much as
Mhm.
possible. Even though when you first put me at 1,400 calories, I was like, it was kind of rough, and some of the food choices were not my favorite. And so my kids were looking at me like, "Oh, you're eating the same stuff." I was like, "Yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do." I was like I was like hoping, I was praying. I was like, "Man, I hope it my calories go up one day,
Yeah.
because to get some more variety in my life."
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I think that's what that and then sometimes this I learned that the scale doesn't always agree with, or you don't always like what the scale
Sure.
says. Like the scale might not move tomorrow because I just started my cycle, TMI, but it might not always agree with you,
Yeah.
or you might be hoping for a one or a two, but you might see nothing. But the thing that I know that I'm losing is because every day when I put on a pair of clothes, they're getting loose by the day. So that's how I know it's working.
That is amazing. That is amazing. Someone asked a question about, like, do you ever feel hungry? And I'm gonna give you a moment to answer, but I want to address, because whenever someone comes to the program, we figure out what their ideal calorie is that they need to eat for their specific goal. Sometimes people are eating in the 1900 plus. Sometimes people are under eating. We figure out where someone lies. In her particular case, why we went to 1400, I asked everyone, how do you want to go about this thing? Do we want to go at a 1 pound a week pace, a 2 pound a week pace, or are we trying to get after it? For her, it was a let's get in and do it. We do what type of damage we can do. So that's
Hmm.
at that 1400 calories. Not everyone's going to come in and be at 1400 calories, but remember, being in a calorie deficit, if we want to say it plainly, it's controlled starvation. So there will be periods in the beginning where you may feel hungry, especially if I said, hey, you were eating 1600 calories, now I need you to eat 14.
Hmm.
Over time, as your body starts to adjust, then we start increasing your calories. For her now, we're at what, 1600 calories?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So now now we're at 1,600 calories because one, she's moving more. Her exercises have gotten a lot more intense. We've her daily activities. She mentioned earlier she's walking almost like 8,000 steps every day. So now her calories are increasing because her activity is increasing. And let me know, how are you feeling now in regards to like fullness and food?
And my metabolism, I haven't even done anything today, and I think I've burned almost 1,000 calories and have done nothing.
Yes.
Nothing.
And that's the beauty. That's the beauty. When you start to put on, as you decrease body fat and increase your muscle mass, muscle burns more calories at rest. So now, as we go through this process, your body's going to start burning calories without even having to work as hard as you did before. It's
Hmm.
harder for you to burn a lot of calories when you're carrying more fat because it just doesn't work that way. But as you
Hmm.
your metabolism is going to increase. So now we're burning calories without actually doing stuff. And
Hmm.
it takes time for that transition to happen. And once we get to that point, now it makes sense to, hey, let's eat 1,600 calories. You got a little more room. Let's eat some more carbs because you have the room to do it. Cool. Um, so I want to know, what's been your favorite part of the program so
Um, Actually, you know what? I like the challenges that you have, the monthly
far?
challenges. It makes me show up. And then I actually like the workouts because
Yeah,
the variety that's different every month. They do something different.
yeah,
And it challenges me. Like I was telling my husband, I was like, man, I had to take some of that BCAA energy
yeah.
because some of the some of the lateral raises and stuff I had done on Wednesday, and I was doing it again yesterday. I was like, what the heck? My arms were
uh,
burning.
yeah, yeah. This month, across the board, I told everyone this month I am on y'all. I'm on everyone.
Mhm.
We're just pushing the tempo a bit because one, we got to combat all the things that come with the season, and then I just want us to go into the new year just with a level of intensity to really get us to the goal. And for you, I know we talked about trying to lose that additional 10 pounds before we hit the middle of January.
Mhm.
We have 8 left before we hit that 30 that we was trying to hit by January 1. We still
Mhm.
remember, you never know what could happen. Um, so can you speak to the accountability and how that looks like in the program? So I want to ask you a question about that.
Accountability. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
how our accountability to you works in the program and how that's been going for you.
Well, I think I'm a different case because I I don't need an extra hand to be held, so I just do. I came in with a mindset like I have this goal to reach, and I'm gonna do it, and um I just do it. I mean, like last week, my husband and you know how for me you have to learn to say no to
Yeah,
some stuff because my husband wanted to go to brunch or something last Sunday or Saturday. I mean, he came back from playing basketball
yeah,
and he was really hungry. And he said, do you want to go to this place? And I said, no, I told you I didn't want to go anywhere
yeah,
for the month of December. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. So he took my girls and I made my lunch
yeah.
here. But that's how I've been continued to lose the weight because I've learned how to say no.
Yes, yes, and that is really key. And I think that's one of the reasons why you've been excelling because you already have your mind made up, and your mind
Hmm.
was made came into the program of this
Hmm.
is the thing that I need to do for these next couple months. I want to get to this goal. Everything that is in the way of that goal, I have the ability to say no to, and I
Hmm.
think that's why you continue to do really well. Because
Hmm.
there's you went going back to the challenges, y'all. We've had over the past couple months, we've had different challenges. If she's not number one in the challenge, she's number two. Like she's always in the top two in the challenges, and it just goes to show. Like we've had challenges around movement, accountability, being self accountable, nutrition, and actually like logging your stuff, getting steps in, all the little things that we often overlook, and she's been crushing it with all of those.
Hmm.
So I think that is really, really, really good. So last thing I'd love to know, if you had to give advice to anyone, oh well, no, two questions. If you had to give advice to anyone who's on this journey right now and they're feeling defeated and they're just like, I don't know what else to do, what advice would you give them?
For if you don't know what to do, I would say do what I did. Just just start walking for like an hour or do something. When I sometimes you get the 10-15 minute breaks at 2 15-minute breaks at work. You take a 15-minute walk outside. Just do some kind of movement. That's what I did. Um, I have a treadmill here at my house, or sometimes I'll go to the gym. Everybody comes home, you unwind after a long day of work, you watch TV. Well, I just pick one of my shows that's my favorite show,
Yeah.
and I walk while I watch the show. That's what I'd say. Just start. Just do something. If you don't know where to start, just start walking.
Yeah. Love that. Love that. I agree. That is the best place to start because it's the easiest. You got to walk, and
Hmm.
we do every day. We walk and we eat. So if you might as well make both of them make sense for your goals. Because when you lift up,
Hmm.
might as well reorganize your meals to suit your goals, and you're walking anyway, so might as well be a little more intentional about it. Someone asked a question, and I will address this in a bit regarding like for those who prefer push, how do I keep them on track? So again, this is the beauty of coaching, right? For her, she don't need me all in her business because
Hmm.
she's pretty self-sufficient and she's getting after it.
Hmm.
I have some other ladies who need a little more of my support, and that's okay. Literally had a conversation with someone 2 weeks ago who told me they don't really have as much support when it comes from their spouse and from home. So they need me to step in that position to give them a little nudge. If I see them falling off, to send them a message and have a little more tough love. Cool. We ever since we had that conversation, that person has not missed a workout. They've actually lost 2 pounds, and I checked in on them this morning, and they've been logging their nutrition. So that's the beauty of coaching. It morphs with what you need based on the person. For her, me doing all of that would be micromanaging. She don't need all of that. She on it.
Yeah.
It's working. So I pull back. But at the point where there may be a drop off, all right, I'm going to step in a little more so that we can course correct. So, final question for anyone who is considering the program and just on the fence of like, is this guy real? Is this thing a scam? What is your advice to them regarding the program? And just anyone, what would you say to them? Anyone who's on the fence?
Just reach out, but I feel like if you have to be serious about wanting to lose the weight, because it's an investment for me and for you, for him. So you're going to be wasting money if you don't put forth the effort and put the work in. It's not a free handout. Like, you have to actually work, be willing to work, be willing to work out, be willing to change the way you eat. Um, and is it going to be easy? No, heck no. It's not easy. Like, I have 2 kids. I have a husband who's always hungry. Because he plays basketball, and my husband is 38 years old, but people think he's like
Yeah,
25. He plays basketball, but he burns like 1,500-1,600 calories when he just playing
yeah,
basketball,
yeah.
active calories. So he's constantly hungry. I have snacks here at the house. I just don't touch them. I have to be intentional because I know that I have certain goals. So, I still cook for them. I just don't eat what they eat. The thing that's worked for me is I meal prep. I do for 2 or 3 days, and then after I get tired of it, I do something else. But I'd say just reach out. But he drops some gems on here all the time. But if you need help, like I did, because I had lost like 5 pounds, like I said before, but I felt like I needed a push, like someone to show me what to eat, what specific workouts I needed to reach my goals. So um I felt like I needed the help. So I feel like if you're on the fence, just have a conversation with Dr. Akanni, and he'll tell you, and don't even think about the cost, um, because I feel like it's an investment for your health, um, and that's more important than money. You can always build that back up, but your health is more important.
Love that. Love that. Mic drop on that one. Danielle, I appreciate you. I'm going to let you go. I appreciate you hopping on here with me. I got a couple calls later today, but I'll get in contact with you later this afternoon
Mhm.
to kind of recap and then just to send you something to say thank you because I appreciate you getting on here. Any final words or anything before you go?
No, I just say, like I said before, If y'all are on the fence and you really serious, don't wait. You don't need to wait until January 1st. Just do it. Start doing it now. Or even if money is an issue, maybe just go out, start walking. You know.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you. You are amazing. I will send you a message later today. I hope you have a good, amazing rest of the day. And the rest of y'all stay here because now we need to talk. The rest of
Thank you.
all righty. See
All right. Bye.
you. Bye. All right. All right. Let's give her. It's funny. It's like y'all can clap. Y'all can't clap. But if you clap at your house, okay? If you're in the house, clap at your house. Danielle, again, I really, really appreciate you popping on here because I know for me, I go live all the time, but I know if you're not someone who typically goes live, it can be a little nerve wracking. So I appreciate her popping on here. Can we just put some thank yous in the comments or some clappings in the comments for her? So now, what I would love to do is answer questions. I got about 15 minutes before I need to prepare for some calls that I have later today. There's been some ladies who've already commented the word coach, and we've had a conversation in the DMs, and they're like, "Doc, I'm ready to make that next step. I'm ready to invest in my health. I'm ready to truly step into 2025 with some clarity and with a plan of action." And they booked a call, so I have 4 calls I got to pop on at 12 o'clock, and I need to prepare for those just because if you allocating the time to talk to me, the least I can do is prepare, right? So let me know, what questions do you all have? Put that in the comments. Whether it's questions about the program, questions about her journey, etc. Go ahead and put that in the comments and we can start to talk about it. There, let me scroll back and see. Let me see. See if there was some other things. I tried to catch some questions as we went, but let me go back through and see if I missed anything. I touched on, someone asked, for those who prefer push, and I'll go back to that while you all may be typing your questions out. For the person who really acts like the push. And again, that's the beauty of coaching. And a skilled coach is able to adjust their approach per person, right? For her, she don't need me all in her business. She doing her thing. For others, they need me in their business. They need me to hold their hand a little bit, and that's okay. Everyone's process is different, and it can't be cookie cutter because that's the issue, right? You pop on social media, you try to use advice, and the thing I hate on here the most is like what I eat in a day. Yes, it gives you ideas, but if you go and take what someone else ate in a day and try to fit it to your goal, you're going to be disappointed. And that's what a lot of us do. You take what may have worked for one person and you try to stick it to another person. You can't do that. Everyone needs a different approach, different level of accountability, different approaches with exercise. Her exercises, I was able to increase the intensity. I've increased the intensity for everyone, but I've only increased the intensity based on the level of what they can handle. For some people, increasing the intensity is, all right, instead of us doing 3 sets this week, you're going to do 4. For other people, all right, let's not adjust your strength training. I need us to walk more this week. That's what increasing intensity looks like. So everything looks different, right? All right, I see a couple questions. Let me jump in. Someone said, what makes you an expert at what you do? That is an amazing question. Why that's an amazing question is because I've only been asked that like 5 times this year. And I think that is part of like the social media. You can pop on here. Everyone seems like an expert. Everyone seems like they've been doing this forever when a lot haven't. And a lot don't have the qualifications. And it's just strange to me that I only get that question. I think I've only gotten that question about 5 times about my qualifications. So this is what I do. I've been a trainer for almost a decade now. I started back in 2016. In 2016, I was training out of the DMV. So I'm from Maryland, for those of you that don't know. Originally, it was Salako Fitness, and my name, Fitness. And in 2016, was training out of a gym. I trained under, his name is John Wingfield. And at that time, I was just getting started. I was mainly working with athletes. So I was working with athletes with him. And then I started to pick up some of my own clients as well. Working with like your active population, your moms, dads, etc. During that time, while I was studying under John, took the time to get my certification, become a certified personal trainer. After getting that, a couple months later, got some certifications in nutrition and have been getting CEUs around nutrition since then. But at that time, I think it was around 2018, I hit a point where it was like, I know what I'm doing, but I don't know enough. And it takes a certain level of humility to say, bro, you don't know enough yet. So at that time, I knew I didn't know enough. And things were booming. Business was going well. Everything was going really, really good. And then I was like, all right, let's take a pause because I was thinking long term. And at that time, it's like, I can continue to just keep making money and go about it. But I truly want to make sure that I actually am like helping people in the best way possible. So I went back to school, and this is where the doctor piece came from. So went back to school in 2018. I was in school for 3 years. This is where I got my doctorate in physical therapy. So for those who don't know, my background is fitness, nutrition, and exercise. Then I went to school, got my doctorate in physical therapy. My diploma is right here. Um, you can look me up. If you look up my name, like my license is still active, so I'm licensed. Like I could quit this today and go back and work at somebody outpatient physical therapy clinic or go work in a hospital, but I just don't want to, honestly. So yeah, went back, got my doctorate in physical therapy, and now it was like I went in knowing I don't really want to be a physical therapist. I just need to know everything I need to know about the body. Literally in the first month of physical therapy school, we learned every artery, every vein, and every nerve in the body. Till this day, I still can draw the picture. I can start at the brain and work all the way down to the feet and draw the picture of every artery, nerve, and vein in the body. How does that correlate to personal training? For those of us who, how does physical therapy correlate to personal training? How many of you have gone to your physical therapy, who've ever had some type of pain? You've gone to physical therapy, and then it's like you feel okay, but as soon as you leave physical therapy, you're hurt. Like you don't maintain your exercises, and then your pain comes back. Okay, there's a gap there, and I was like, let me fill the gap. One, in a prevention way. If I can get people healthy and I can get people to prioritize their health, get stronger, improve their nutrition, maybe they don't need to go to physical therapy in the first place. Or, okay, you have knee pain, you had a shoulder replacement, you have some type of injury, now you're post physical therapy. Okay, that's where I come in as well. Let me help you maintain all of the things that we've gained so that you don't regress and your pain comes back. This is why I tell people, like, for what we do, whether you have pain, I don't care if you have back pain, knee pain, shoulder pain, your doctor told you you have arthritis, whatever. You may have seen in some of my videos where I'm like, if your doctor told you to stop squatting, you need a new doctor. If your doctor told you, oh, you've been dealing with some pain, here's some medication, go rest, you need a new doctor. Movement is medicine. Like, movement is medicine. When we diagnose certain issues, it's, for some people, it's like, okay, you've had chronic pain. Literally, one of our clients now, Tammy, she was going through chronic, her feet. She had chronic plantar fasciitis, and she had some issues with her calves. And her doctors kept telling, like, just pumping her medicine, telling her to do this, that, and third. And I'm like, all right, for these next 3 weeks, this is what we're gonna focus on. We gonna antagonize the muscle because it's chronic. At that point, we're not injuring anything. Nothing is going wrong with it, so it's chronic. So what we did, we came up with a plan for that. We increased her steps. We did some calf raises. We did a good amount of stretching, and we started loading the thing that was hurting. And I told her, in the beginning, our body does not want to go through pain. It's going to hurt in the beginning. As long as you can push through a level 5 out of 10 pain, you're fine. So fast forward to now, her plantar fasciitis has gone down. She's feeling a lot better. She's moving. She's losing weight because that was the end goal. That was the ultimate goal, but she's feeling better. So going back, you ain't asked for all that. You just asked what my qualifications are. So I am a licensed physical therapist on top of being a certified personal trainer, certified nutrition coach. And that is what I do. I have CEUs and all these stuff of like exercise, movement, etc. But that's just me. We also have, in the program, we have other personal trainers who are in our program as well. So it's not just me. I have coaches. I have a couple coaches who are certified personal trainers who have some certifications in life coaching, have some certifications when it comes to nutrition. And we have a head nutrition coach. Her name is Nita. And I just had a conversation with Nita, praise God, because she just became a holistic practitioner. So she is a holistic practitioner now. So that just ups the things that we're able to do. She was a certified nutrition coach and was able to provide and help a lot of the things that we do on a nutrition front. But now She is a holistic practitioner. That takes things to the next level. Okay. So we're brainstorming and figuring out ways to really tie in what she does, because now you have my medical background, you put her medical background. It's about to get real. This next year is about to get crazy. So I'm telling y'all, before these prices go up, if you want to work with us, you might as well comment coach, so that we can make this thing happen. Because once we are able to, and that's where, like, I tell people, I'm not your average personal trainer. I know for you it's just weight loss, but it's more than just weight loss. I'm trying to help you improve your life. I'm trying to help you improve your health and build sustainable habits that get us to becoming who we want to become. And like Danielle said, you're investing in your health at the end of the day. Money comes and goes. If you're not healthy, you gonna go, if you catch my drift. We need to make sure. I was watching the Jamie Foxx documentary yesterday. I mean, not his documentary. What is that thing called? The special. And it really, a couple things stood out to me, how he kept saying, like, I'm Jamie Foxx. This shouldn't be happening to me. I'm Jamie Foxx. And it was just like, bro, your health don't care. Like, tragedy, disease, etc. It don't care who you are. And it really just makes me think, like, he got all the money in the world and something like that happened to him. Imagine for us who may not be super celebrities, who ain't making 100,000 every single day. Like, imagine what our health looks like and how intentional or not intentional we've been with our health. And we keep putting it off. It's like, life will sit you down if you don't be intentional about prioritizing your needs and prioritizing your health. So that's all I got to say. You feel me? All right, let me go back. Questions. I've been going on tangents. I'm sorry. And for everyone who commented the word coach, please make sure that you got a DM from me. If you did not get a DM, leave out of here right now. Just go away right now and message me the word coach. If you did not get a DM from me already, just leave out of here. I won't be in my feelings. Just leave out of here and message me the word coach. You should have gotten a DM. And what's going to happen, I have a couple calls, but between those, we're going to pop in the DMs and we're going to have a conversation. I've opened up time on my calendar next week. By the end of next week, the goal is to help at least 10 ladies get started in the program so that we can have a plan going into the new year. I've been doing a special where the rest of December, don't even worry about it. The rest of December, we're going to get you started in January. Enjoy the rest of your December, but I'm going to start getting you access to some nuggets. January 1, we hit this thing hard. That way you don't got to worry about, oh, doc, I want to wait till January to get started. Girl, you better get your spot now while there are still spots available. And then January 1, you already know you have a plan in place so we can get this thing rolling. So comment the word coach. We're going to pop in the DMs, have a conversation, and then get you on my calendar next week so we can really dive deeper and I can show you all the ins and outs of your options. Someone said, my former PT for my knees would tell me movement is my friend, that it lubricates my knees. Yes, exactly. Movement is medicine. Like, it's literally it. Movement is medicine, even down to like that specific thing. What happens when it comes to knee pain, right? If we're talking about joints, when you compress a joint and then release, there's fluid that is being released, and that literally lubricates your joints. But if you are not moving, that lubrication is not occurring. This occurred. I'm using the knee as an example, but this happens with everything. Think of how your back feels when you first wake up. It's stiff, right? When you first wake up, your back feels super stiff. You're all groggy. And then what happens? You start moving. You start working through the same thing. You're compressing and decompressing your spine. You're increasing blood flow throughout your body. And what happens? Now we got some feel-good hormones being released. Now our joints are being lubricated and we feel better. Movement truly is medicine. Like, your body wants to heal itself. You just got to put it in a position to do it. All right. I don't see any. Oh, wait. Let me go down here. All right, cool. Any last questions? Any last questions before we jump off of here? And yes, we do have payment plans. Yes, we do have payment plans. Payment plans across the board. Because let's be real, life be life, and I understand it's Christmas. I literally got to go Christmas shopping later today. Buy my son some clothes. He is a 20-pound, 6-month-old baby. Jesus be offense. 20-pound, 6-month-old baby. We already got to get him like 9-month clothes. So I got to go. I was gonna say grocery. Well, I do got to go grocery shopping today, but we got to go shopping for some clothes for him. Otherwise, I'm be cutting holes out of all of his onesies so his feet can stick through. But so I get it. It's Christmas time too. We do got payment plans, all of that stuff. But yeah, that boy big. That boy is big. All right. I don't see any other questions, so I'm gonna pop out of here. Y'all be blessed. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will see y'all in the DMs. Danielle, again, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm going to put the replay of this up now. So there will be a replay to this. If in case you're just popping on, there will be a replay. I just need to go type out a caption and make it look pretty. Alrighty. Peace and blessings.
If you made it to the end of this video, I know you are committed to seeing true results in your journey. I want to give you one last chance to get that one-on-one support that I know you need to take it to the next level. On that call, we will develop a customized and personalized game plan that's going to allow you to lose your next 20 to 30 pounds, despite how busy you are, despite what you've tried in the past, and despite the stories that you tell yourself on how this thing may not work out. By the end of the call, you will know exactly how to reach your goals. I guarantee you that. Check out the description and book your call today. Peace.